All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for registering. This is the McNay's monthly virtual art workshop. This one is called Happy Place Collage with our guest artist, Juan Mora. And Juan Mora is a senior lecturer at University of Texas San Antonio. He teaches printmaking, drawing, and painting. He has 5 prints that were recently put into the collection, the permanent collection of the Smithsonian American Art Museum, which is a very prestigious institution. And he was recently featured in one of our exhibitions titled Watermarks, Images of Water in the Collection. That exhibition has closed since April 25th, but we still wanted to keep this workshop going. So I will hand it off to you, Juan.
Thank you, Janelle. Thanks everyone for being here today. Thanks for letting me be your instructor for the next, like 40, 50 minutes. And I want to thank the San Antonio Art Museum for letting me be doing this workshop for you. And if you have questions, please put in the chat, and then either me or Janelle is gonna actually ask. I'm gonna answer that question, of course, right? But Janelle is gonna actually probably letting me what's going on with that question. If I get distracted, please let me know so I can come back to the stuff that I'm doing. Sometimes I get distracted. For example, I'm explaining something else and then you have a question, please let me know, okay? All right, so this workshop is actually is from the show Watermarks that actually just came down probably a couple of weeks ago. And then if you don't remember the image that was part of that show, if you visited the museum, probably you got a chance to see that piece. And I have it here with me, so I'm gonna share the screen really, really quick. I'm gonna show you that amazing, amazing artwork. Let me know if you guys can see it. Can you see that piece? That's the piece that was on the show. I'm gonna talk about this like just like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. So this is called Atacado por los Pescados. It's basically this guy is drowning, and then because he's drowning because of water, we're gonna be doing something related to water. And some of you, a lot of you guys already had the print that I printed, hand printed. And if you got that print, awesome. If not, please talk to Janelle. Probably you can get that print. I printed with my own hands in my own studio, and I carved everything. That's an original print. So that's for you to use it for today's collage, or to actually just to have it, frame it, whatever you want to do with that. That's actually, that piece is for you. And Janelle, she has that on the screen. I'll show it to you in a little bit too. But if you don't have it, please let us know so you can have yours, okay? So that print that you actually got, this is a relief print. And this print that you see on the screen is the same technique. It's basically like a stamp. So this is a huge stamp. It took me probably about 40 to 50 hours to finish this one. I printed, it has a political message behind that. But if you have questions about that, you're more than welcome to contact me and letting me know, hey, Juan, I would like to talk to you. I don't mind doing Zoom meetings or something like that and just talk with you about it. But then, yeah, that's the piece that was part of the watermark. So, and then watermarks basically was related to water. So you got the print of this bracelet that has water. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna share my my cell phone camera, and I'm gonna stop sharing that, and then I'm gonna move on into my cell phone. Let's see if it works, okay? We're gonna move on into the workshop now. And you're more than welcome to ask me any questions. You can ask me questions about the stuff that I'm doing, about materials, steps, the piece that I just showed you. You have questions, let me know. And then I will be happy to answer those questions. We have about an hour, and in that hour, maybe it's gonna fly. Maybe we're gonna need more time. Maybe, we don't know what's going on, but then let's make it fun. And I wanna make it somehow a little bit comfortable for you to be an artist today. If you're an artist, awesome. If not, probably you're gonna learn a couple of things here and there today, okay? So this is the print that you got. You did it, like I said before. Oh, I'm gonna put this to the side. That's a surprise for later. If you didn't receive this print, like I said, make sure you talk to Janelle, and maybe you're gonna get one of these original prints. And I print another one, and this is actually the first print that I wanted to print. It's actually a dark color, but I felt like it was a little bit too dark, so I went to actually, do a lighter color, and that's the one you're supposed to receive. But today, I'm gonna use this one, which is approved. I'm gonna use this one for today's demo. as you can see, I cut this part at the top and it's gone. So basically this is water. And this one is actually a little bit related to the god Tlaloc. Tlaloc, that actually is as the god of water. And I decided to do a little bit more like an Olmec head with the wrestler, wrestler mask. You're gonna see water at the top and the, on the bottom. That's actually just representing a little bit the beginning of water, or what water can represent to us, okay? It's actually, something essential in our lives. That's the reason why I decided to do the wrestler. Why the wrestler? In the Mexican culture, because I'm Latino Mexican, we relate to the wrestlers as the fighters, the people who strives, is either the word or the wrestler as a popular culture, but I'm using it more as a concept, how we fight, how we luchamos for whatever we want. And this is a wrestler series that I'm working on for this. So that's the print that actually you got. And I'm gonna show you something. This is my sketchbook. And I'm gonna show you the sketch really, really quick. And after that, I'm gonna move on to the workshop. If I can find the sketch. Juan Mora is not organized, guys. What do you think? Nah, I am. It's just made to find it. Oh, it's right here. I think it's right here. Oh no. Oh, right here. So this is my sketchbook. I try to keep it organized. So right here behind this is what I do. I have my original drawing. I always put the date. This is my original drawing, and this is a print. I just tape it here, but I put it right here, and I put Sama Demo. I'm not sure if you guys can read it. I put a nice and a mouth of wrestler, but this is actually how I keep track of all my sketches. And then right here, you're gonna find something else. I did this one for my pre-making class as a demo, and I have all the drawings that you can see. But this is the original drawing, and after that, I carve it out, and this is what you guys have. I don't have the plate with me. I think I have it in my garage, but if you're interested in that, I'll be more than happy to actually just post it on Instagram and then show you the plate, okay? But that's the drawing for this. All right, hopefully you got your print. Awesome. In the package, you got this. You got erasers, a mat board, a pencil, and what else? What else did they got? Glue sticks, no?
Yes, they should have received a graphite pencil, an eraser, a glue stick, a piece of letter size cardstock to work on, and also like a kind of a cardboard mat frame if you want to frame it afterwards and have like a nice finishing to it. And then of course the block print that Juan just showed you. And then I also made like a smaller like photocopy of the same print in case you want to use it in your collage and you don't want to cut up the original.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to use the photocopy. So that's really up to you. And just like I say, it's an original print, so it's not a photocopy, that one that I gave you, but then Janelle actually made the effort to actually make photocopies. So you want to use the photocopy for this workshop, you're more than welcome to use the photocopy. It's up to you, use either or, okay? All right, so the materials you're gonna be needing for today, you guys probably you already received some pencils, but today I'm not gonna be that technical or have like a really expensive materials. I'm just gonna have just regular pencils. This one probably you need to buy it. It's a stump. It costs you about 40 cents. You can buy it at Walmart or any art store. The erasers, I have this, which is this is eraser stick. This one is called a Mono eraser. You can buy it online, any art store. I don't think, probably you can find it in probably local stores. And this one, the point is really, really thin. You can see it. This one is called the Tough Stuff. It's a little bit thicker. And they sell the ones actually, it has the thicker point, and that's the one you find at Walmart, Target. It's the blue ones, the red ones, and the black ones. So for this, because I need to be more technical, it's basically, I have this one, so I can, the thin one, so I can be more technical. You can actually sharpen the eraser if you wanted to have like a really pointy end, but that's really up to you. But I rely just on the mono. And this one is kind of expensive, but it's worth it at the end of the day. You're gonna need an X-Acto knife. I have this, and I have a utility knife. This is something that I have in my studio or in my toolbox, but then it's an investment. Like I say, this exacto knife basically is a blade, and make sure you have the safety cap because you're gonna put it in your toolbox or your bags or your pants. You don't want to stab yourself. And I have a mechanical pencil. I like to use 0.05. You're more than welcome to have other thicknesses. You're gonna need a scissors, for, of course. You're gonna need a ruler. And you're gonna need a photo of you, okay? I think you guys receive a photo. This is the one that I use for the profile for the demo. And this is stuff you're gonna be using for this. And another stuff, yeah, that you need to probably add into your today's workshop is gonna be just scraps of paper. It could be, this is paper that I have. Actually, I stole this from a demo that I did for the kids at Sama this past Monday. So I kind of feel guilty, but you know, I stole it. So I didn't want to throw it away. As you know what, I'm gonna take it with me. And I kind of feel guilty. So sorry, Sama. I'm sorry, yeah, Sama. So, oh, I say thank you. Oh my God. It was the McNay. I give thanks to the Sama. Oh my God. No, it's the McNay guys at the beginning. I apologize for that. I just noticed this. I talked to Michelle. She worked for Sama and I got a little bit confused. My bad, okay? It's the McNay. I want to take the McNay. My bad. So, all right, I fixed it. So later, guys, you can go after me on social media. You can be like, Juan, you're the worst. And I am. So you can use anything for this, but then you can use things that probably you don't find any use. So these ones, I kind of rescue them for the trash can, and then you know what? I'm gonna use it for this demo, and this one is basically a bag from the HPB chips. They're not sponsored in this, just let you know. But this is something that you can use for this. You can use receipts too. This is basically just recyclable things, probably stuff that you don't find any use. See, it still has a little bit of salsa. This receipt, this is a Chipotle receipt. But you can use anything. You can use labels from your soda, you know, bottles or anything that you feel like it can actually it can be used for today's demo. And one thing that I do too is basically I make photocopies. I make photocopies because I need to transfer my images when it comes to my relief drawings. I'm sorry, my drawings to do my relief prints. I make photocopies. And basically, this is photocopies, just stuff that actually I didn't have any use to this. I was planning to throw them away, but you know what? What I do, I cut them. This one is actually a wrestler. This is the hand of the wrestler. This is a new print that I'm working on. And this is basically extra copies that I don't need it. So it's stuff that you feel like even drawings or paints that you have somewhere laying around in your studio, it could be used for this. You don't have to rely on recyclable things or stuff. You can use stuff that you plan to throw away. Basically, find another use to this. And this is the area where I can tell you, you know, I feel super comfortable because before I used to throw everything away as an artist. Now I'm saving everything. And this is more stuff that I cut out. This is just photocopies. And I don't make photocopies to do this. This is just leftovers. That's one of those things that I like to do for this. All right, so, and like I say, you know, you're gonna need to have your portrait. If you receive a copy of your portrait, awesome. Okay, if not, probably you need to get a photocopy. And today you can work with me along what I'm doing. It's up to you. So that's actually something that you can actually just think of. Also, you're gonna need glue sticks. And glue sticks, the Gorilla glue sticks is actually one of the best ones in my point of view, but then you guys may have your own. This is the Elmer's one, the clear one. This one's a little bit expensive, so, but then this one is a little bit more cheap. This is about 40, 50 cents. This is about $2. Both of them works just great. So, all right, let's get started. So the first thing you have to do for this, of course, you have to clean your space. I'm gonna put this stuff to the side, out of the screen, the camera screen. All right, I'm gonna put this one to the side, and then I think you receive a sheet of cardstock. And the cardstock, you can do this. The cardstock is a beautiful paper. This one is just a white sheet of paper. And I'm gonna be showing you some tips about shading and stuff like that and this. Later, I'm gonna do the portrait on this on my sketchbook. And I try to keep everything organized. See, this is another thing that I did from, actually, this is the photocopy from the one that I use for the print. So all the stuff, I save it and I find a different use. It's always fun. Don't throw anything away. That's one of the things my art instructor, Juan, don't throw it away. Like, hell, I'm gonna throw it away. Like, I'm not gonna really, I don't care for that. No, keep it. And always, I mean, stuff that you feel like it has no use, throw it away, of course, you know? But I was trying to save a couple of things here and there to actually find a use to this. All right, so a couple of things about graphite. Today is gonna be about graphite. I'm more of a printmaker, but I think I can do some drawing here and there. Let's see, okay? You're gonna be the judge. You're gonna let me know, Juan, you're great. Juan, you're horrible. It's okay, you call me horrible. No, it's okay. But then hopefully I perform for this. All right, so for this, you can use any kind of pencil. So you receive one of those pencils that has HB, H, or B, and you don't know what you got. You check on the spine of your pencil. Sometimes it's gonna say HB. See, for example, this one says HB. Let's see if I can get it. See, to HB. This is right between the soft and hard ones. And this one is actually kind of like an opaque mark. You go like this. And I always use it sideways when I'm just working in the first stages. I use it sideways, apply no pressure. You go move to the right, to the left, really, really slow. And then I play with my pressure, and then I put more pressure to work a little bit with values. That's darkest you're gonna be able to reach. Okay, this grainy type of texture, that's normal when it comes to graphite. Okay, and this one is basically, that's what it is. This one, I already know this pencil. This is one of my favorite pencils. Because whenever you go make a mark, this one is really, really light. And it's just a matter of you testing your pencils and see what they do. This one, when you go really, really dark like this one is a little bit darker than this. Probably you don't see the difference on the camera, but this is one of my favorite ones to draw. When I say draw, I only do outlines with this, or just gestural drawings. Gestural drawings is basically really gestural. So this is a gestural mark. I'm trying to do an eye, but then, and then shading, basically you have to work with values, and most of the times I use it sideways, like this. All right, so the key about shading is basically, of course, you have to do really, really light values. And then we have a technique called additive. Additive techniques basically adding another layer, and I try to do opposite direction. You're gonna build up layers to make it darker. This is the technique I'm gonna be using today. See, I'm rotating the paper just to kind of like make it darker. And of course, sometimes you have to apply more pressure to make it darker. And that's the way you can actually build up this way, okay? And the other one is basically subtractive. Subtractive technique is basically when you get your eraser and you remove graphite. If you're using charcoal, it's the same thing. You can use charcoal. And that another thing that I forgot to mention is basically you're gonna need some stuff to blend, okay? You can use toilet paper. I don't like to use toilet paper that much because it's really, really soft. It breaks down. But you can use toilet paper to blend in, to make it softer. Never use your fingers. I mean, you can use your finger. There's nobody telling you don't do it, or it's against the law or anything like that. It's just the finger has grease. And whenever you go like this, if you have grease, that's gonna become permanent. And then that's gonna be something bad for your paper. But whenever you use, you can use a paper towel, which is the brown one. You can use toilet paper, or you can use a cotton rag, just a regular rag to blend. but then don't use your finger. Try to stay away from doing that. And the reason why is because you use your finger like this to blend in. I don't have grease on my fingers right now. Later, when you try to erase it, it's gonna be kind of tough. It's not gonna come off because grease doesn't come off. But whenever you do something like this, it's gonna come off easily. Does that make sense? So try to avoid using your fingers. This is actually just a different type of paper towel. You can blend this way. The other one is basically the stump, but then this one is for more technical areas, like really tiny areas. You can use this one. If you don't have this one thing that you can do, just get your razor, get a paper towel, wrap it up around your point like this, and then you can use to blend like really tiny areas with this. It's gonna be more work. I think if I were you, I would try to go to the art store, just get this done for 40 cents. And with that, you're gonna do magic for that. So this is kind of like the basics. And if you go to the art store, sometimes they're gonna sell like a graphite set with HB. Means right in the middle. H, it means hard. That means it's gonna give you lighter values. And B is the soft ones. If the number goes higher in the B's, for example, 4B, that means it's gonna have a certain grade. It's gonna be darker. You have 6B, that's the darkest ones that you can find out there. I think it's 7B. But if you have an H, it's gonna be really light, okay? But for today's purposes, if you're doing just for a hobby, you're doing for fun, I think you can do a lot of things with just these two regular pencils. You don't need anything else. And I'm gonna have mechanical pencils. I use the mechanical pencil for texture and for little hatching. And you're gonna see how I'm gonna work, okay? All right, awesome. You got questions, let me know. Yeah, so Janelle says you can use a scrap of paper. This is basically a scrap of paper. And see, this is copies that I make. See, this is the stuff that wrestler. I would save this for, this type of stuff. And I always use this for to do demos or to do anything, something related to arts. Yeah, use anything that you have in your hand and try to be resourceful. That's one thing that I want to teach for this, All right, so that's for that. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna put it here on the side. Now I'm gonna move on to the stuff we're gonna be working today. So you're gonna have your photo. You're more than welcome to cut it, cut it. So this one is about, I think it's about 3 inches, 3.5 by 5. Mine is a smaller one. You can work any size that you want, okay? So the matte window is for you to actually just have for reference. But one of the things that you can do is focus your portrait. Later, you can fill up the empty areas with collage. That's gonna be an option, okay? But let's focus on this right now. So once you get your photo, cut it out. On the back, I already shaded, okay? What we're gonna do, get your pencil. Get your pencil, shade it. You're gonna go do it really fast. And then how dark, guys? One thing that I encourage you not to do, whenever you're doing this, you go like this. You see the difference between this one and this one? This is a no-no. Go dark. Apply some pressure. You're wondering, hey, Juan Mora, how do you get to this, the pencil? You can sharpen it with a sharpener, but if you break it like this, guess what? You're gonna use X-Acto knife, okay? I'm gonna sharpen it. This takes me about 30 seconds, don't worry. You're like, oh my God, we're running out of time. No, we're not. So you can use your X-Acto knife, you can use your utility knife, sharpen your things, and see, I already got it to this point. You wanna sharpen it? You can be really technical, and you can make it pointy like this. Okay, so see, I'm using this scrap of paper. I'm gonna throw it away because I don't have it. I don't want it here in my desk. Try to be clean for this. All right, so see, that's the graphite point. I'm gonna throw it away. I don't need it. But going back to this, shade it. Okay, you have a mechanical pencil. That's gonna take you forever to do the back. So try to use one of these regular pencils. Try to have it as dark as you can. Actually, there's something on my table. It feels weird. All right, shade it on the back. Make sure it's completely. I don't want to say dark, but as probably like a tone. You go 0 to 10. 10 being your darkest, probably like a 7 or 8, that dark, okay? All right, it's gonna look shiny because of the graphite. All right, after this, what you're gonna do, I'm gonna do it in my sketchbook, okay? You have your piece of cardstock, just use the cardstock, it's completely fine. If you have all the better paper, drawing paper, just use better paper. This sketchbook is basically Artist 88 the paper, beautiful paper to print, but also to draw. It looks really grainy, but actually it's really sensitive to pencil, but it works great, okay? What you're gonna do, you're gonna get your portrait, and we're gonna need blue tape. Just give me 1 second. Now I'm back, I have the blue tape. So that's the advantage you have in a studio. So everything is gonna be probably like about 3 feet away from you. So tape, I do encourage to use blue tape. Make sure you get the blue tape that has some text. This one is not gonna rip your paper. This is a really soft paper, probably is gonna rip it a little bit, okay? But what I do, I put it in my hand, I put it, on my shirt. Probably you don't see that. I'm trying to lose the tackiness a little of the tape for this, okay? All right, so you're gonna use blue tape. And what I did here, I mark it. I'm not sure you can see this line right here, another line right here. I'm trying to center my image. One thing about, my sketchbooks is basically presentation is important for me. I try to have a center and stuff like that. So whenever you're working with this, try to center your image. You can eyeball it. It's your drawing at the end of the day. Just have fun, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do, just lay down my, my drawing, whatever you want it. That's what I wanted, the photo. And remember, we're gonna use this photo for reference. So I'm gonna tape it, I try to tape it for 3 sides. I try to tape it right here on one side, and the other area where I'm gonna tape is gonna be here. 3 areas where I tape. You wanna do a 4-1, go for it. But one thing that I like to do, I like to tape right here at the top and right here the opposite side, because I can go like this and check what I have. And this one can be like a hinge technique. If I'm going too fast, guys, if you feel like I'm going like a Speedy Gonzalez or like a turtle speed, let me know. So I can actually stop, and you're more than welcome to ask questions. So I want you to feel comfortable about it. All right, once you have it like this, what I do, I grab my pencil, and then you're gonna start, going over your drawing. Basically, you're gonna transfer your drawing into the sheet of paper. Try not to put so much pressure. Whenever you're doing this, try to be really, really light on the pressure. And what you're gonna do, just go around it and transfer the information you feel like is needed for your drawing. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it kind of fast, but you guys can take your time. We kind of go over the time limit. Remember, guys, just do it in your own. And whenever you're working with this, you can work with kids. And then with kids, don't be too, I guess, too technical. You can tell them that, they could be, you can show them a little bit of the Picasso's abstract drawings. And then just have fun. At the end of the day, I mean, you're doing a representation yourself. One, it could be high representation. Another one, it could be just an abstract drawing. It could be something more subjective. And at the end of the day, all of us, we have a different type of attitude. We have a type of mentality. And sometimes, when we feel happy, and how do you describe happiness? You ask yourself, probably you're gonna be able to describe it. But when you ask somebody else, it's gonna be a little bit different the description, right? So when it comes to your subjective portrait, you can have whatever you wanna do. It's completely fine. At the end of the day, that's gonna be your place where you're gonna feel comfortable with, okay? Like I say, this one is about you feeling safe, not being judged. So in my sketchbook, I was telling you that I do my sketches there. My sketchbook, most of the times, I don't show it to anyone. I do show the sketches here and there, but I try not to go in detail, anything like that, because my sketchbook is my haven. It's actually my safe place. Does that make sense? And this portrait is basically a representation of you, of course, but also a place where you're not gonna be judged. If at the end of the day it looks awesome, congratulations. You know, if at the end of the day it looks like more like an abstract or really subjective portrait, that's good. That's the way you feel. You know, right now it's about you distracting yourself from whatever's going on out there. You finding this happy place or this area of you're not gonna be judged. So you're doing something to be judged. Don't do that right now. You don't need that in your life. You know, not right now. So right now it's about you having been feel comfortable, about learning something new, about probably doing something different you haven't done, about you distracting yourself from your daily life or the things that you feel like, oh, you're tired, you know. But yeah, what I'm doing right now, I'm transferring everything. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a peek, okay? So I'm just gonna do the portrait. So what I do, I go like this. You're gonna see the image transfer there, okay? So if you feel like you're missing something, just put it back. Just be careful. Put it back and keep transferring. Be like, okay, I need this thing here. And you're more than welcome if you have values. For example, see right here, looks a little bit darker. You're more than welcome to break down those values into shapes and draw whatever you feel like is necessary for your drawing, okay? For example, I'm gonna do this. Some of you may be like, hey, you know, Juan Mora, you're cheating. No, we're not cheating by transferring this. We're having fun, okay? So who cares, you know? Right now, you know, when I go to the galleries, I don't ask, hey, you know, how that thing was transferred. No, no, no. You're actually checking the technique. You're checking the concept. You're checking how the artists have fun with that, you know? So the deal is, you feel somebody like, Juan, I feel like you're cheating. No, I'm not cheating. You're not cheating, okay? So I'm just transferring everything that I feel like I need. So transfer everything. I'm not gonna do the shirt. That stuff right there, I wanna do a collage. And basically, no, I'm not gonna do I'm gonna do a collage, but I'm gonna use this shirt right here. I'm gonna cut it out because this is probably some of you guys, you're gonna throw it away. Save it, save it. It's probably something that you feel like you can use for this, all right? And this is where the fun starts, okay? So you have your portrait like that. I'm gonna work on that in a little bit, but before throwing away this copy, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna save a section because this section right here at the bottom, just do collage, guys. Collage is just freedom. A lot of the data, the avant-garde artists from the 1950s, 60s, they use collage, okay? And probably I'm gonna glue this one right here. It's gonna look weird, but that's what we're shooting for. Weird is it's not different, guys. It's just being awesome, okay?
I have Patricia in the chat. She's saying my picture is not transferring. Was I supposed to do something to the back of the photo?
Yes, on the back of the photo, maybe you missed, you skip this step. On the back, you have your photo. You just graphite, shade it in like this, okay? If it is not transferring, maybe your surface, you're using a different type of paper. Maybe you use something that's waxy. Try it, Patricia. Hopefully that works. Hi, Patricia. She sent me a direct message. But yeah, try that. If that works, let me know. If not, let us know. So maybe there's something going on out there, okay? All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna move on into shading, okay? And for this, you're gonna need the photo, like my bubble head right here. And I use this one. I'm gonna tape it right here for reference. I'm gonna use this photo for reference to do my shading. Whenever you're working with this, now we're gonna move on to this. I'm gonna work in 3 steps, okay? And the first step, I call it underdrawing. In the underdrawing, basically, I just do a quick drawing, really, you know, light values. And then the second step is gonna be modeling and texture. Modeling, I'm gonna try to do a little bit more rendering of the surface. And the third one, I mean, I call it rendering, but it's gonna be more details. And that's when I use my mechanical pencils, like little here, little things here and there for hatching, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be using these 3 steps, okay? Rendering kind of fits within these two, but it fits more into the third step. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have my portrait here. So whenever you're doing with this, you're more than welcome to do the whole thing, but there's gonna be some areas which I already cut some pieces of paper where I'm gonna use collage. And here, guys, is basically, you don't have to draw everything. You don't have to shape everything. You can leave some areas out like this to make it your own. So you can use the My Print to do your collage. For example, this one right here, I cut it out. This one is gonna probably, I'm still thinking where I'm gonna put it. But for that, guys, it's gonna be too late. But I mean, that means these are right here because I'm gonna glue something there. I don't need to shade it. I'm just gonna leave it white. You can make those plans right now. For example, I'm gonna focus on this section of the face. That's the area where I'm gonna be doing some graphite, some drawing. Does that make sense? So you don't have to do the entire thing because later you're gonna be gluing stuff on top. It's pointless because you're gonna cover your, your art. I don't want to say it's pointless. You can practice your shading, but then that's something that you can plan ahead. All right, I'm gonna have my camera. I'm gonna be a little bit closer, and I'm gonna just do this so you can have a better lighting. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to shading. So I'm gonna use my photo for reference, and what I'm gonna do first, go really light, and I'm gonna just add a layer of graphite. Don't try to put too much pressure. Don't work in details yet. That's to the last step. Right now, it's just basically underlaying, underdrawing, just like painting. They have underpainting. Right now, we do the same thing. We're just doing an underdrawing, just to kind of like set the values. And go really soft. I need values here. In one area, you feel like you went too dark, hey, don't worry about it. Later, we can come back with the eraser, just erase some of that stuff, okay? Some of those values, you feel like they're just being annoying. In some areas, you're gonna notice it has a little bit darker. You're more than welcome to go now darker. Well, don't go too dark. One of the reasons why I'm encouraging you not to go too dark is because we're gonna blend this. You have a darker value, that value right there probably is gonna stain or is gonna make that area darker. Working stages, okay? I was telling you about the additive technique where you add layers. That's the main goal right now. So the areas they need to be lighter, I do lighter values, and the areas they need to be a little bit darker, I make a little bit darker, but not too dark, like I mentioned before. Work at your own pace. You don't have to work that fast. And one thing that actually I'm going to encourage you to do too is to draw what you see and not what you know. Try to rely on photo. For example, I have my photo over here. I'm going to try to go a little bit higher so you can see both sides. And for example, here's a little bit darker. I try to have it darker. Here it has a darker tone. I'm not being that technical because right now we're doing just the underdrawing. Probably later, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do details. I need to check time. Oh, I need to work faster. Which is gonna be fine. We're gonna get it done, guys. Okay, so, all right, once you have it like this, we're gonna move on to the paper towel. We're gonna blend it. And be careful not to actually get rid of the marks that you use transfer. Just kind of work around it. If it gets darker or something kind of goes away, don't worry about it. Okay, now we have the underdrawing. You're gonna notice it has this kind of like a rounded drawing. Now we're gonna move on to the second step, which is modeling and texture. Modeling, basically, we're gonna start making it look more two-dimensional. So the areas that needs to be more darker, now we're gonna come back and start being more technical. And I like to do hatching as the first way to add my graphite into my drawing. All right, so you're gonna notice here, and I do have a mustache. That I'm not gonna worry about that right now. My main goal right here is basically just to have the values. The mustache is actually details and texture, and I can focus on that till later. So you're gonna, another thing about eyebrows, okay? The eyebrows, basically, I'm gonna shade it first, darker here, but it's not gonna be my final drawing. Okay, now I'm gonna try to apply more pressure. Now I'm gonna work a little bit more into the values that need to be darker, a little bit more darker in tone. I'm gonna focus on those and try to make it darker. See, now you're giving some kind of a dimension. It's starting to look more three-dimensional. Remember to work in stages. First start with really, really light, and eventually move on into darker values. You feel like the pencil that you have is too light in values? Hey, move on to another one. Have another one. Probably, you know, the coolest thing about the pencils that you get for free in the art stores or you buy it at Walmart, they don't have the same tone when it comes to drawing. Just check the ones you feel like, hey, you know, this one works for your technique. Adapt, you know, like this one, Ticonderoga. This one is a beautiful pencil for me to work. Okay, this one is lighter. I use this one for sketching, and this one I use it more for like darker lines. Does that make sense? And but you guys, if you keep practicing, if you can like keep using your pencil, stuff like that, you're gonna notice that some pencils, they're much better than other ones. Just stick to the ones you feel like, hey, it's the ones working for you. All right, you see a little bit more of rendering on this half. For this area here, I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm gonna do some collage there. All right, once you have it like this, to blend it, you can use your stump to be more technical and blend it in. Make it softer. Basically, the stump, what it does, it makes those areas softer. And I'm working really fast, guys. Probably, you know, you keeping up with me, you're awesome. If not, don't worry about it. All right. See, it now looks a little more three-dimensional. My lips, I need to actually go back and work a little bit on my lips. I forgot about my lips, my lips. Let me just add a value. Here, I'm gonna just, I completely forgot about my lips, guys. So there you go. Why not? Let's make it, let's give it some darker values so it can look more real. And let's work on this half of the nose too, why not? All right, sometimes your stump already has some graphite. You don't have to add another graphite, just get your stump. That's gonna give you a value. All right, just have fun, guys. This is you feel like, hey, you know, your drawing is not coming out the way you want it to. Hey, like I say, this is a free zone. I mean, there's no judgment. This is where you need to have fun. Have fun. Who cares, you know? All right, so now I'm gonna move on to my pencil, the mechanical pencil. I'm gonna move on to the last step. Texture, I feel like it can fit in both of them. I put it more into details, okay? So details now, Now I can go and apply more pressure. And my mechanical pencil is not that dark. See, I was telling you about pencils. Oh, well, I'm gonna move on to my pencil, this one over here. But then the frame, the glasses, let's make it dark. So now the areas they need to be dark, make sure you make it dark. And now, because once you do into the darker values, you're embossing the paper. That means the graphite is going to the fibers of the paper, and that can actually, I don't want to say damage, but that becomes permanent, your drawing. So that's the reason why I don't do darker values on the first stages. Try to do at the end, and eventually working stages on the layers. See, like if I put my frame and my glasses there, that stuff is gonna stay there. There's no way I can erase that anymore. Does that make sense? And see texture here. Now I can just start working in lines to work in my tiny hair from my eyebrows. Now I can focus in here to do some, you can use your mechanical pencil and put the lines, they're gonna be lighter. So now I can work in hatching here. See right here, it's a little bit darker. I'm gonna just make it darker here. And I'm gonna use hatching. Cross hatching, why not? You can use now your erasers, okay? And you're gonna notice right here is a lighter, like a light value right there. Let's do a highlight here. Okay, let's pull out some lights right here on the cheeks. This is what we call subtractive. Subtractive technique is you're actually subtracting. And I'm just working on the details now. I'm gonna work a little bit faster because we need to move on to the collage. The collage is gonna be something fast. Here, you can do tiny lines for your for example, my mustache. Once you have a value here, come back and do your little mustache. And for this, you have to apply a lot of pressure. I don't have a perfect mustache, so mine is a little bit everywhere. I just do 20 tiny lines. And this is texture. Hopefully it looks like me, guys. If not, you can be like, Juan, doesn't look like you. It looks like Shrek. If it looks like Shrek, oh, well. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, guys, the main goal here is to have another drawing. And after this, come back and do the details. Don't do the details or textures first, because there you blend it in. You're going to get rid of those tiny lines. So see, yeah, now you're working on this. And I'm working a little bit too fast, guys. If I have more time, I will just be more technical. But right now, let's just move on. All right, so. All right, yeah, you see this? I guess it kind of looks like me, but you'll be the judge, okay? You'll be like, Juan, I don't think it looks like you. See right here, it needs to be a little bit darker. Another thing, guys, is draw what you see. If you see like darker values, draw it. Don't be shy. You went to dark, no big deal. You can come back, use your eraser, tap it to remove some of the graphite. Okay, I'm gonna just add a little bit of texture here. One of the things too, guys, if it looks too flat, come back and add some hatching. Add something there, because sometimes it looks too flat. It looks empty. It's gonna look empty. The main goal here is to have something that is gonna allow you to actually create some kind of information. All right, so there you go. That's a little bit of my drawing, okay? You feel like you went too dark or too light, like I said, just come back and just keep drawing. Keep drawing and keep adding information. All right, so I'm gonna leave it like this here. But now we're gonna be doing the collage part. And the collage, I already cut this. What I'm gonna do, guys, don't feel too attached to drawing. Just have fun. Some students like, they feel like, hey, you know, my drawing looks awesome. Can I not do that? It's like all the time, guys, when you start doing drawings, you always do a portrait. Do it for fun, okay? Just have fun, liberate yourself, okay? Sometimes you wanna liberate all this stress because you wanna go into this area, you're not gonna be judged. There you go. If you do a portrait, it's because you want that portrait for somebody else to tell you that you did a great job for your portrait. This is not for that purpose. This is for you to have fun, to release a lot of stuff you have inside, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do, guys, I cut out this shape. You know, you're gonna know, you wonder, how do you cut out that shape? You're more than welcome to go into your scraps of paper and just cut random shapes if you want to. For example, one like this. This is a shape that you can use, or let's say you have some glasses, okay? The glasses right there, what you can do, get your original drawing, the one you have graphite on the back, put on top of the recyclable paper, and then go over with your pencil and trace the area that you feel like you want it to. See, it's really hard to see it, but see, it transferred, that stuff transferred there, that shape. Come back with your scissors and cut it out since you already have it transferred there. So basically the graphite on the back of your drawing, you can use it for so many ways and so many techniques, or you can use it for other things too. Say for example, I cut this for the lenses of my, I'm gonna put right there. I wanna look like a pirate. Brr. So the deal is, just have fun, you know? And I was telling you about my photocopies. I cut them out before. You're more than welcome to use your luchador. If you want to save it, save it. The photocopy, just cut it out. I'm gonna have this one because I'm bold. I'm gonna put this one right here. So I wanna have hair. You know what? No, I'm gonna put it down here. Let's put it down here, okay? I was planning to actually add my shirt, the one from the photocopy, the original photo, but let's see how it looks like. It looks cool, right? I'm gonna use that one, guys. If you feel like, hey, you know, you wanna use stuff from your photo, basically don't throw it away. You can still use it. Find some use here. The deal is just have fun, okay? This stuff probably, I'm not sure, should I put it, because I want to put this one. This is from my previous drawings. I want to put this one here. And what I'm doing right now, I'm planning. Don't glue anything yet. First plan what you're going to be doing. Figure out how you're going to lay down your stuff. See, this one is another one that I cut out from my photocopies. And because I love Chipotle, let's use Chipotle, you know, the Chipotle receipt. Let's figure out where we're going to put it. I want to put it right here on the edge. By the way, Chipotle is no paying for anything, guys. You feel like, oh, how much Chipotle is paying you? Zero. I wish I can get at least some beans, you know? Nah. So the deal is, guys, the fun is about you making this. You know what? I want to put it like a small halo at the top. Something like that. Okay, and now I'm thinking about my wrestler, okay? So this one, I'm gonna cut it really, really quick. I'm not gonna be that technical. And you destroy the copy, guys, destroy the copy. You know, what about at the top, we put some eyes, like somebody's watching you. You feel like it's like a totem pole, you know, the totem pole at the top, it has something that signifies something for a specific tribe. What about we put this one at the top, the wrestler? I think, I don't know, guys, so, but you have to play around. Don't stick to one design. See, for example, this area here, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next, okay, in a little bit, but let's work with this. The wrestler, guys, let me see, I wanna add the wrestler. What about, I'm trying to figure it out.
I believe we are at a 5-minute mark, just FYI.
Okay, so what you're gonna do, guys, let's say you have this. What you're gonna do, just glue it now. I'm gonna glue it really, really quick. And that's it, guys. That's the fun of this. So you glue it, just be technical now, because what you can do, once you lay down your collage like this, take a photo. I forgot about the photo. Take a photo. And then after you take the photo, come back and start gluing your stuff. I'm gonna glue it really, really quick. And after that, probably we're gonna be done with the workshop. A really quick workshop. Try to be technical, so whenever it comes gluing this, and probably I'm gonna come back later and just glue some other areas here and there, glue more, or add some collage, and I'll be more than happy to share this photo with Janelle, and just so she can actually share this photo with you guys. And just, I mean, you can send it to them through mail. I'm sorry, to email. I'm trying to multitask right now, so I'm gonna do this. Let it go. Okay. I want to make it fun. I don't know why, but I love antennas. It's something fun. Probably the Chipotle one, I'm gonna just wait on this one. This one so far, guys, I'm gonna leave it like this. And before doing this, Janelle, I would like to show some of the portraits that some of my students did, if you don't mind. And after that, we can actually find out the demo. But then if you got questions, let me know.
Yeah, go right ahead. And I also had one of the workshop participants text me. I don't know if you can see because of my background. You probably can't, but she texted me her collage and it looks fantastic. So
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, can you see that? So this is some of my students. This is actually a sketchbook that I do with my students. And I let them have fun, you know. I don't try to, I mean, the only thing I set some parameters. The parameters actually self-portrait, recyclable things, and abstract shapes. I don't want it to go too straightforward. And then the deal is, you know, and the reason why I allow to do this is because just feel free, liberate yourself. Don't think too straightforward. So, and then you see this is the Reese's, wrap thing for the chocolates. And this is actually some photocopies. And then this student used a cigarette butt right here for the mouth. And these ones, they use it like a type of, what is it called for what is the 1600s, you know, that thing, the white thing, the color, I don't know what that thing is. They decided to put it over here. But there you go, guys, just have fun. And working stages, guys, first do under drawing and then move on into modeling and then texture and details. Okay. Yeah, so you have questions? I think I have time for 1 or 2 questions unless Janelle, you have other things. This is the time.
Yes, please let us know. You're welcome to share now if you just want to like hold something up on your screen, show what you have, and by no means you did not have to completely finish in this short amount of time. So if you wanted to share something via email afterwards, we'd be happy to see it. Oh, lovely! I love that Michelle showed hers.
You did a good job.
Awesome! Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really appreciate it.